Yeah, that makes sense.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Aly Kat, aka Aly Kat Pink, and in today's video we're going to be getting a first hands-on look at Terry Bogard in Street Fighter 6. As part of the autumn DLC, Terry came out. Of course, M. Bison was before that in the summer, and we've got forthcoming, we've got May, and we've got Elena as well in 2025. Okay, so in the video we're going to go through the basics with Terry, and then we're going to get into some casuals matches, and we're going to have a quick wrap up like towards the end. So before we get into it, big thank you to everyone who supported me on Twitch and also YouTube as well. I couldn't do this without you lot, and I literally love you all. Thanks so much.
I love you.
Okay, so we're going to run through the basics with Terry Bogard. In terms of the moves, if you've played this character before in like King of the Fighters or any of the previous like Fatal Furies, even Smash Brothers, a lot of the moves are very similar. There's a few new ones as we're going through them now, including Quick Burn. Okay, that's a brand new move, and so Capcom have like gone through like his old movesets and they've kind of like picked the best ones and have also like improved them. Burning Knuckle, absolute classic. The Power Charge is another new move that they've added, which is like the shoulder barge. And we've got the classic Crack Shoot. Need no introduction. If you're familiar with doing like the DP motions, then you'll love the new Rising Tackle. I love this move. Okay, so combining like the Smash Brothers ult that he had in that, it's like a combination of using Buster Wolf. And they've also got the Power Geyser, but the differences with this one is they've got it under 3 different categories. So you've got like number 1 and 2 and 3, so you've got the twin and the triple added as well, which is really quite useful. It uses a lot more meter. But his ult is amazing, the Rising Fang. I haven't managed to pull this off in a match yet, but as mentioned in the other video, like that move's taken from the Fatal Fury anime series, and absolutely awesome move. Alright, so go with the standard moves now, that some have been introduced for Street Fighter as well, stuff like the Hammer Punch, and you would have seen this before, like the Power Shoot, because the Power Shoot basically converts into like the Power Dunk, so the Power Dunk is like a very sort of familiar, sort of common move for Terry. Now the passing sway move, as mentioned before, it does honour the actual like 2 lane system that was in like the first Fatal Fury games. And you can do some additional moves on top of that to either sort of go in with a lariat or going with a knee or a punch. It's a very good move for avoiding attacks from enemies and also like mixing things up as well. Okay, so they introduced a new move called Fire Kick. And moving on, like the typical like Street Fighter, you know, everyone's got like a drive rush and drive impact, and also the parry drive rush and the cancel. All the characters can do this, so it's important to like mix things up. Okay, so let's get into some casuals matches and see how we get on. So I wanted to like test out Terry, and as I was saying before, I've used Terry like before, like over the years, like since the first like Fatal Fury game, and I've sort of got back into using Terry when I bought Smash Brothers on the Switch, only because he was like a DLC character, which was like awesome. But they did simplify the moves, but they also made it so like if you were able to do like the inputs, like the original like SNK inputs, you know, we're talking like, you know, like the sort of DP motions, the Hadoken motions, also like, you know, the sort of backwards Hurricane Kick motions and things like that. If you're able to pull those off, Smash did reward you for that. And so what Capcom have done is they've introduced that for the actual classic controls anyway. They made the Rising Tackle a DP motion. Just like that. So overall, like after using Terry for like a little bit, I do think that Terry fits in as like a Shadow character as well. Even though he's not doing karate like the others, he's, you know, he just played like a Shadow character, and he's quite aggressive as well. What I did like about Terry is that for some reason, I don't know how they've made him in this game, I've just sort of clicked with him like quite good. I found it like very easy for me to like maneuver around, and even though I was like trying to remember like a lot of the moves sometimes, I kind of get the feel about how to like string things together. It was certainly like a lot easier than like some of the other like newer characters. So I do think how they've made and designed Terry in this game is actually really good. I'd actually say that it's the best version of Terry so far. So like the usual things that I like to do in like Street Fighter is like, you know, do like the cross-ups where you go in on one side with a kick, and then you just try and like mix it up a little bit. And also it's just lots of things like being able to put throws in, do throw breaks as well. If you can get a few cheeky ones in, it's like very helpful. And also as well, you know, like when the character is getting up, it's the whole like on the wake up, like what can you do? Like Terry's rising tackle on wake up, it's just basically the same as like a DP on wake up. It's like very useful. The frames are very quick, it's executed like very fast and everything, and also it can just take people by surprise. You can also benefit as well in this game, like when people like commit certain moves, and you can punish it. For example, just like that, blocking a dragon punch, and being able to just come in with a few moves afterwards. If we couldn't get any more canon, we've gone from Ryu to Ken as well. Then if any of you remember the special intros on Capcom vs SNK and vice versa. That very close match, you got to watch out for the fireballs with Ken and Mario, of course. And I do think it's a lot better in this game. I'll tell you why, because I remember playing like 5 a bit, and you just used to get like people just like spam fireballs. Like, it used to be like really annoying. At least, you know, like now you can like parry, you can drive rush, you can do drive impact. You know, you've at least got some options. Okay, so I was trying to land at the Rising Fang, but it's quite difficult to do. But I did manage to get the geyser in. It's awesome. And like you can notice in the background, it's Puyo Puyo Cafe, which is a very famous stage from King of the Fighters and Fatal Fury as well. Awesome. And so in the background, you've got Puyo Puyo Cafe, of course, is like absolutely beautiful. It's a beautiful stage, and the music is absolutely awesome. You've got Poison in the background with Blue Mary as well. And you've got Joe Higashi there in the background. Everyone's there. And I did notice on this thing that actually, like when the time runs out, you do see Kim Kapan like in the background flying. I think it references some of the earlier Fatal Fury games. Oh gosh, no, I did lose that first one, and I just want to run it back. Because I think I can do it. So I think in general, you know, if you're used to like playing some of the Shoto characters, you'll feel right at home with Terry. I think it's quite good for beginners as well. Like this stage right, I just like the little touches, like when you have an impact on the floor, you can see that, you know, the items on the table like raise up. Of course, like when you do win, you've got Joe Higashi doing one of his famous Hurricane uppers. So I was trying to do like the follow-up from the power charge there, but I just couldn't quite get the timing right. But it's literally like the first like few games that I've had as Terry in Street Fighter 6. So I will be playing definitely a lot more of Terry in the near future. Beautiful, let's get it. Okay, so 1-1, and I'll take that. So there you have it, as a first look, hands-on with Terry Bogard, part of the Autumn DLC in Street Fighter 6. I do think it's quite strong, and but I don't think it's like completely cracked or anything. I think it's quite well balanced and everything else. So yeah, if you do have Street Fighter 6, I would recommend getting the second year pass for the characters, because you know you've got Terry, you've got Bison, you've got May, and you've got Elena as well. So it'd be well worth it. And thank you once again for tuning in to this little quick guide. And I'll see you again on the next video.